Coulomb's law in vector form. Because Coulomb's force or any force is a vector quantity, so we must know the vector form of this force, which exists between two charges q1 and q2 having distance of separation between them r. This force magnitude wise is given as F equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. But what is the direction of this force? The direction of this force is defined by vectorial form of Coulomb's force. The direction is given along the line. Along the line, look at here, I am highlighting the line with red color. This line along r joining the two charges, the direction is given. So the direction is along the line joining the two charges. The direction of this force is given. How the direction of the force is given along the line joining the two charges, we'll see now. Let there are two charges with a different distance of separation between them as r. Okay, these two charges are applying a force on each other because there are two charged bodies, so they must be applying two forces on each other. Well, while q1 is applying a force on q2, q2 is also applying a force on q1, and as we know that there are two like charges, plus and plus, so they will repel. So q1 is repelling q2 in this direction, and this force is written as F on charge 2, so we write 2 first, by charge 1, so we write 1, on 2 by 1, and this is the direction of this force by charge q1 on q2. Similarly, in this direction q2 is repelling q1, so we write here F on 1 due to 2, we write F12 on 1 due to 2 by 2. In this way there are two forces, one is F21 which is equal with F12, but they are not equal, they are equal and opposite, so we put a minus sign. So these two forces are equal and opposite in nature. Okay, this is known as Coulomb's force, and the direction of this is given as this. So what is the vector form of this force? In order to write the vector form of this force, we should do, again we take two charges q1 and q2, both positive, and the distance of separation between them is r. So I am writing here F on 2 due to 1, and here F on 1 due to 2. Okay, if you write the magnitude of the force F21, it will become 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. Okay, but this is the magnitude only, this portion is only magnitude. We have to write the direction, and to write the direction we put an unit vector alongside the magnitude. Magnitude multiplied by a unit vector gives us the vectorial form. So r cap is multiplied. What is r then? For this force F21, r is given as from charge 1 to charge 2, because the force is on 2 due to 1, so r direction will take in this direction. For this force F21, we are taking the direction of r in this direction from 1 towards 2, r12. Okay, we can also take this as r21, we can also take this as r12 according to our convention. So if I write here r12, it will also become r12. This is the vectorial form of Coulomb's force. This is the vectorial form of Coulomb's force. We can substitute the unit vector r12 cap as r12 vector divided by r12, because unit vector is written as whole vector divided by magnitude. Okay, so I am explaining once again. Look here, if the force is given as force 2 1 is given as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square. This r12 is the magnitude and we have to multiply r12 cap as the direction, and we know that r12 cap, a unit vector, is given as a full vector divided by its magnitude. We have studied it in first year. This portion, unit vector can be written as like this. So here we substitute and it becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by, here in this place we substitute r vector divided by r magnitude, so it becomes r12 cube and here it is r12 vector. This whole is known as Coulomb's law in vector form. Okay.